Hello, everyone. This is JC Lopez. Thank you for joining us for the chat with JC Lopez. Today, I got a very good special guest. It's someone that I met probably 35, maybe 40 years ago, when a Hall of Famer, high school coach from La Cueva High School, Frank Castillo. Frank, thank you and welcome to the chat with JC Lopez. It's good that we reached out.
Well, it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Oh, no, thank you. It's honor's mine, honestly. It's honor's mine. Frank, I'm going to go down to business here. I want to know who you are. I mean, who are you, Frank? Where are you from? And tell me a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
So my name is Frank Castillo, and I'm actually from here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was born and raised here. I actually went to all the APS schools here in town. I ended up graduating from Sandia High School.
Oh, Sandia grad.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Grad. Yeah, okay, Sandia grad. Yeah. Go Matadors.
Hey.
From there, I went to UNM. And I was on the 5-year plan. I was on the 5-year plan because when I first got there, I just didn't know what the heck was going on.
Well, I'm in the 40-year plan. I'm still going to go back. I haven't come back yet.
But anyway, yeah, so I was on the 5-year plan and graduated. I had a major in physical education, a minor in coaching, and also in biology, science.
Okay.
And then I first got a job at Cibola High School as a science teacher.
Oh.
And I taught that for 4 years, and then after that I became a PE teacher when I got the head basketball job there. The first coach there, Louis Noni, helped me a bunch. I know you know.
You were
Louis.
my coach, yeah. West Mesa.
At West Mesa, yeah. You know Louis. He's a good guy,
yeah,
man.
He was.
Yeah, I miss him.
Yeah.
And then of course, then after that I applied for the La Cueva job. I got the La Cueva job, and I stayed there from the beginning all the way. I actually retired in 2020. So, yeah, I was there quite a few years. I think La Cueva opened. I always get this mixed up, but I think they opened in 1986, and so I went to 2020. So however many years that is.
That's good. Well, you know what? I've known you for many years, and you have a real good reputation out there in the community also, not just as a coach, but as a man. So, you know, I remember years ago, Jeremy, my son, played for Sandia, and years ago, I wish I would have sent him to La Cueva. I mean,
Thank you.
We
would have loved
to
have
a good
had
school, but it was like I look back, hindsight 2020. I go interesting because we're West Siders, and I needed to take him out of the environment.
I got you.
That's one reason that I did send him up to Sandia.
Sure.
Yeah, but no, you always had you always ran a good, honest, clean program. You always treated the kids very well. So I've always, admired you from the side of watching the way you ran your programs. So I can see why you're in the Hall of Fame. I can see that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you graduated from Sandia High School. Were you a basketball player?
No, I was not.
No.
I was not a basketball player. It's a kind of to me, it was an interesting story. I mean, I played basketball, but I never, I wasn't good enough to play for Sandia at that time. When I was a sophomore, they had a really good team. They ended up winning the state championship that year. And then junior and senior year, I just had no chance. I just wasn't good enough, to make that team. Yeah. But I still played basketball, and even when I got into college, I did all the basketball stuff at Johnson Gym and played in leagues and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, with my friends and those kinds of things. So, and then the coaching when I was in college is a kind of interesting story. I think my uncle Bill Anderson, he was coaching a team with this other gentleman, and they just didn't have time to do it. So my uncle asked me, "Yeah, you want to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I didn't.
That's how you started.
That's how I started.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And so I learned a lot from different people. I did what I could to learn different things that I didn't know because I didn't play.
Do you read a lot of books? A lot of reading?
No, I just actually went to a lot of different clinics, okay. And I also talked to. There was a guy there at because I started off at a Catholic school actually, is where I coached. And there's a guy there named Mike Corcoran, and he was a really good basketball coach. Like I coached the sixth graders, I think. He had somebody coaching the 7th, and he coached the 8th graders at the Catholic school.
How old were you at the time? Do you remember?
I bet you I was maybe 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you were in college then during that time?
Yeah, I was in college during that time. And so that's how I got started. And once I started doing it, I got hooked. I got hooked, and so here I am today.
Yeah, today. Right on. Do you miss it?
Absolutely, I miss it. Yeah, I miss I miss the games. I miss working with the kids. I miss practice. But what I don't miss is the time. Because it consumes you.
That's your world.
Yeah, it's your world. It consumes you. You're absolutely right. And watching film and all those kinds.
Who
of
took
things.
over your position?
Brian Joyce.
He's still there.
No.
No.
Yeah, a couple things happened. He's not there anymore. Now it's Eric Orell.
Eric Orell. I don't know him. Is
Well,
he
he
an alumni from you? Or no?
No, he was an
No.
alumni. He started his career at No, he might have coached with. He might have started. I'm not sure, but I know he was at Manzano, and then from Manzano he came over to La Cueva, and he was a teacher there, and I needed somebody to help us out, and so he said okay. But he didn't get the job right when I left. It was a couple of years later.
Tim, I got a text here saying that our volume's low. Yeah, so okay. Sorry to disturb you. Okay, sorry. Okay,
no,
wait. Yeah.
no, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, what was that?
I'm sorry.
What did you say? Tell me. Sorry.
No, I was just talking about Eric Orell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
With the coach.
And the last thing I said was that he did apply for the job when Brian Joyce got it. He didn't get it, and then he applied when Joyce stepped down.
Did he play basketball?
Yeah, at Roswell. Actually,
He's
we
from
played.
Roswell.
Yeah, we played against him. I don't know if it was his junior or senior year, but we played Roswell in the state tournament, and we won.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Going back to your career, I everybody knows AJ Bramlett.
Sure.
Okay, because University of Arizona, and it was
yeah.
all state. Who are who is your top 5 players ever out of La Cueva?
Man,
Could you? I mean, without just top of your head, without thinking, because you have so many good players, good teams.
That's a hard.
It's hard, huh?
It's a hard question to answer because like every single year there was always a couple, 1 or 2 kids that stepped up and they were really good for that team. The other part about it too is I'm sure there's people that are watching this, and if they know that I start naming,
I know I don't want to put you in the spot.
Yeah.
You had so many good players.
If I start naming one of them, then I'm have to start naming all of them. But yeah, AJ was a good player.
Yeah.
And he went on and did a lot of good things.
Yeah.
He's working at the NMA now.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's got a son playing for La Cueva actually.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Tall kid? Young, small kid?
No, not
kid.
as tall as him.
No. Yeah. Did you? How many state championships did you have at La Cueva?
Well, as a coach, played at La Cueva. We played in 9 and we won 5.
Wow, 9.
Yes,
interesting.
9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it all during the full 4? I mean, were you dominating a certain area? I mean, during the time that you won 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 at one time, or 10 years. Yeah.
No, I don't know if we were dominating. We had a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches. It's easy to, they call you a coach when you have good players and they're winning games. But, we just had, good players. I had great assistant coaches over the years.
You did.
And we were always in the mix. I mean, we got into the Final Four a bunch of times. But the players were the players. They made the plays.
Yeah.
We just watched them.
Yeah. One player that I remember that was very, very tough back in the day when Jeremy was playing was Soto.
Oh, Jonathan Soto, yeah.
Jonathan was such a good kid, a good player. I mean, it was, because Jeremy played with him and Alvin Broussard and Alfred Sanchez with the flight program.
Yeah.
Flight.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I think they were like 13 years old, and they were all tough. But I remember Jonathan playing, with Sam.
Sam's a great guy.
Yeah, sure is. I haven't seen him lately. So once in a while we say on Facebook, we say hello to each other. We haven't seen him lately.
Yeah, Sam was he was assistant principal there at La Cueva, and his son came through. And actually, what happened at one point in time, Sam was the interim principal because the principal we had left, and then he was in charge and he did a great job.
Before coffee, after coffee? She was
before,
there. Joanne was there, huh?
Before coffee.
Coffee
before,
was there. Yeah.
So,
it's interesting. So when you started going to La Cueva, were you pretty excited that you started a new school? I mean, because it was brand new, right?
It was brand new, and actually, it was the second school that I started that was brand new because I opened up Cibola.
You were the first coach at Cibola also?
No. Louis Iannone was the first
that's right.
coach.
With Louis. Yeah, you were assistant to him.
Yeah, I was assistant to him, and then when he stepped down, he said some really positive things about me to the administration, and then Jimmy Juarez was one of the assistant coaches there. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, well, Jimmy was my coach at West Mesa also.
Oh, is that right? So
Jimmy, Coach Juarez and Coach Iannone. So they left West, what, back during my high school days, we were in the morning. West Mesa seniors and juniors were in the morning.
Right.
Cibola and Cibola, the sophomores and freshmen were in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But Jimmy was there, and so they left with Cibola, but they were at West Mesa.
Yeah, I was there.
Interesting.
I was there.
Yeah.
That was when I first started, teaching and coaching. Joe Vivian, who's a legend, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
he did a lot of things to help me get that job at Cibola. I started off in teaching science, and I was like in the classroom, and I was going, oh my gosh, I got to teach science. I better make sure I stay one chapter ahead of the students.
Because they'll know more than me. Like,
some of them know more than me.
Yeah.
But it worked out really well. There were good people and made a lot of friends during that time.
That's good. See, I don't remember that far back about you going to. Yeah, but I remember when you got hired at Cueva, kind of. You're all young. You were just young school, young man. Yeah. So you were. We talked a while ago that you're 72 years old.
72.
So you got 70. Your class of 70 from Sandia.
69.
69. Okay.
Class of 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those smart kids. Graduated at 17.
No, I wasn't. No, Cibola was a good. Cibola was a great experience. I made a lot of good friends there. Had a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
We actually went to back-to-back state championships. The first time we went, we got beat by Sandia. We had a really good team, but so did they. And then the second time, we struggled all year long. But then for some reason, we just went on a run and we got to the state championship again, and at that, we lost again. We got beat by a really good team with Rob Robbins from Farmington. They were really good.
He became a Lobo. Rob, he became a Lobo. So. Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I have two.
You have
two
boys.
Kids?
2 boys?
2 boys, Matthew and Ryan. Of course, my lovely wife, Darlene. She's in charge.
I haven't seen her lately either. Yeah. Your boys played for you, one or both?
Both.
Both did. Yeah, I remember one of them played for you. I remember.
Yeah, both of them did a great job. They played really well. Actually, Matthew, my oldest, he played for me. He was on the varsity for 3 years. He didn't pay that much as a freshman, but junior and senior he did. And then he started coaching with me. He coached for a few years, and then he stepped away from that.
Okay.
And then Ryan played on our back-to-back state championships teams. The last 2 that we won, we played. He played his junior and senior year, like back-to-back, and Matthew was coaching it at that time. So it was kind of a family thing. It was a family situation.
Who was your big star during that? Who was the star back then?
Well, in 2010, we had a lot of good players. Justin Griego was on that team, JJ's son, Dylan Fritsch, my son. I can't think of anybody off the fan right now. But
and who did you beat in the finals? That one.
We beat Mayfield. Mayfield. They had a really, really strong post program, and Griego stepped up and dominated. He dominated those posts. It was hard. It wasn't an easy game, but we kind of pulled away at the end. Ronnie Daniels was on that team.
Ronnie Daniels. Okay. Yeah. What happened to him?
You know what? I don't know.
He went to Texas Tech, right?
Well, he went from Texas Tech, and then he ended up at San Diego State for a little bit. Cool. And then after that, I think he's back in Albuquerque doing something. I'm not sure. You lose touch with all your players. Occasionally, you'll see him here and there, but
at the Lobo games. See a lot at the Lobo games.
Yeah, you can walk around walk around the top there on the concourse and see everybody. Yeah. See you.
I'm there. I'm like a fixture. They say. Some people thought I worked there. I've always volunteered. I always raise money for them. I'm a booster. That's what I'm known for, more or less. I've always liked the Lobos. I was a kid. My dad took me to the Lobo games when I was 7 years old, 6 years old. So I remember Stan Quintana in football. I remember that way back in the.
Let me tell you a story about that. Yeah. So my dad did the same thing for me. We're pretty close in age, I think. And I used to go to Lobo games. I remember one time on the old football field, my dad and we walked down to where the Lobos walk in, and Stan Quintana walked by, and he handed me his chin strap. And so I got it, and my dad was happy, and I was so happy. Stan Quintana, he had his chin in this. Yeah. But it was funny. I don't know. It was so long ago, and it was funny because my dad passed away probably about 3 years ago. I think in 2021, right after COVID, and maybe a couple of years before that. He goes, "Hey, son, do you still have that chin strap that Stan Quintana?" I go, "I'll go look for it, Dad. I'll go look for it."
Did you have it?
No, but I just did you find it? Not yet, but I'll keep looking.
Yeah. I remember years ago when, you'll remember when Johnson Gym was the gym and Mal Daniels, Ira Hart, so playing. I remember my dad taking us to the game, and it was sold out at Johnson Gym. So they opened Carlisle Gym, and they had a closed circuit.
Oh, wow.
Remember that?
No, I don't.
With all the overflow was sent to Carlisle Gym, and they had a big old screen. That was the first time that, that's when they started building the pit.
Oh,
It was
okay.
getting so many people, and that's when they started working on that, and so yeah, it's good memories, but they're good memories because of my father. See,
Yeah.
my father, and now my kids are Lobo fans, and my grandkids are Lobo fans. So
Yeah.
it becomes
It becomes a tradition.
yeah, tradition, because we're not campers. We don't go out there camping or anything like that. So
Yeah.
that's our joy, is going to watch. Like, we go to New York to watch the Lobos, St. John's, stuff like that.
Are you going to go watch them against UCLA in a couple
that
of
I'm
days?
not, only because I'm going to New York. My money didn't stretch that far. So.
Well, you know who's going to go is, you remember him real well when I say this, is Gene Pino texted me the other day.
Is he going to?
He's going to go watch. He hasn't been. He's like, Coach, I haven't been to Las Vegas since 2009, I think he told me. And he says, I'm going to go. I'm going to play craps, and then I'm going to go to the game.
Isn't he like a miracle?
Oh.
Is it inspirational, man?
Oh, very inspirational.
Totally.
Great point.
People that don't know who Gene Pino is, he's gone through issues with Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes.
And he's outlasted the odds.
Say that again.
He's outlasted all the odds.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and when you see him, he's still very active. Very, man, it's amazing when I see. It's a good feel when I don't know what he goes through, but he's always in a good spirit. He's always happy, good spirit.
Always positive.
Yeah.
And that's the way he was as a coach, too, because he coached with me for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Back in the day, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, he coached with me, and he was always kept me grounded. I would be mad about something, and then he would, tell me something. I go, you know what? You're right. He would settle me down, or maybe I should say he would straighten me out.
Right. I remember Gene. Joey Montano introduced me to Gene. That's how I knew Gene.
Oh,
Joey
okay.
back in the day. Joey
Yeah.
and I were good friends way back in the day. So.
Yeah.
And but a lot of coaches like yourself. I might have met him through you, Joey, through you too. I mean,
Yeah.
Joey, we was working with Spesa and with advertising, right? He was doing all the advertising for the books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's what I got to know. I think a lot of you guys, it was good. Yeah, and then Jeremy started playing, for Tom Nauber there at Sandia. So that was a good rivalry you guys had. Going there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was good games.
There were always good games, man.
Yeah. And then with Ron Garcia when he had all those Africans.
Oh, yeah.
At Rio Grande. That was a good little era.
He did. Well, he did a good job coaching those kids.
Yeah,
I mean, they were always competitive. I mean, I can remember watching them play games, win games in the pit.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Yeah. In all your years at La Cueva, who do you feel was your rival? Who was the rival then?
Well, I think at the beginning when La Cueva first opened, it seemed like to me, that our biggest rival at that point was Sandia. I couldn't tell you why. Mm-hmm. But then as things started to develop, a lot of the guys that we got at La Cueva were from El Dorado. Mm-hmm. But it really wasn't that big of a rivalry until maybe about, 10 or 15, 16, 17 years ago. All of a sudden it became a big rivalry. And then when they had Cullen, and we had Bryce, Cullen.
Oh, yes, that was a good rival. That's right.
That became a huge rivalry.
Oh, yeah, the fans. I mean, it was packed. Those gyms were packed.
They were always packed. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty big rivalry. I mean, I went to the El Dorado La Cueva game. Maybe it wasn't last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, and there's still a ton of people there.
Yeah.
And students were involved, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, because I remember back in when you had the AJ and the Bulldog with Teddy Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
That was
a big rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, I was talking with Kenny the other day. We're all good friends nowadays. And
good man. He's a good man.
Yeah. He was telling me that AJ was supposed to go to Lobos.
Oh, really?
They both agreed. They both had talked about both going to go, UNM.
I think AJ told me that one time.
And then Arizona kept calling.
Yeah.
And it was for him, it was like a no-brainer. He goes, I got to go to Arizona. Because
Yeah.
Lute Olsen was like, And I wondered, thinking back, because they took NCAA, I wonder if AJ would have been at the Lobos. If the Lobos might have won that darn thing. Because who knows?
With those two big guys?
Yeah.
That would have been something.
So,
but it turned out well.
So, AJ, you should have been a Lobo. Yeah. So what are you doing in life nowadays? Now that you're retired, what's keeping you busy?
Well, I'm playing golf. You see me at some golf tournaments and trying to get better. And not now. It's too cold. Yeah. But I've been trying to play golf as much as I can, and then I go fishing. And my fishing partner is Alfred Sanchez.
Oh, Alfred, Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al. Yeah, we have a blast. We go and we laugh and we fish and we.
He coached with you for a while there, not toward the end too, huh?
Yeah,
right?
he did.
He
did. He did a great job, man.
Yeah. He did. Well, he coached flight with. He coached Jeremy back in the AU days. Him with Alvin Broussard, Alfred. Jonathan, Jeff Grady, Matt King, Jeremy,
wow.
Antonio Sandoval, EJ Lopez, Brian Payton.
You see, you got a better memory than me.
I'm telling you that those kids were like the best kids, and they were tough, man. Al was a good coach. Al knew how to coach these kids.
Oh yeah, he was real successful as a basketball coach at Cuba, and then he was a football coach also.
At Rio Grande.
Real successful there. So he's a good guy to have around. He's so positive, you know.
Yeah, I like Al.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. So you guys go fishing? I didn't know he was a fisherman. I didn't know that.
And then the other thing that I do is I actually teach a class for Metro Court. It's if somebody gets a ticket for speeding, they're in my class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's 2 days a week. It's Mondays and Tuesdays.
What are you learning there? What are they supposed to learn? How to slow down? Or what?
Yeah. They have to learn not to get another ticket. But it's a good class. We have so many different things that we go over with them. It's not like a driver's education class, you know. It's more adult centered and those kinds of things.
It's something they got to do because that's part of their probation. That's part of if they want to get rid of the ticket. Right?
Exactly.
Out of it, yeah.
Right. Exactly. So the ticket will come off of their NVD record, and that way insurance companies can't see.
And that means you work for who? Who hires you? You're a contractor? Or you work for the state or?
Well, I'm a contractor.
You're a contractor. Yeah.
So. Al Valdez was the one that got me the job.
The county manager or county commissioner, Al Valdez? That Al Valdez?
No, not that Al Valdez. Okay. It's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was the one that hired me, and I have different bosses now. He's gone on. I think he's working for CEC or somebody like that. And I could be wrong. I can't remember. He's working CYFD. I don't know. No, not that one.
You, I noticed when I came in, you're pretty good shape. So you work out a lot. You still routine work out?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I try to, but I'm not work out the way I used to.
Yeah.
So I kind of watch my diet a little bit, getting up in age.
Good for you. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to work on a meeting.
Do you believe that you might want to start a little podcast show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it over a couple of years, and I thought, I really would like to be able to bring in some of the, coaches, players, and doesn't necessarily have to be La Cueva players.
Right. Anybody.
Or politicians or somebody like you.
Yeah. Well, we've done in the past. Like we're here at the Hydro Bar. And Tim Baca is the one that kind of produces this show for me, the chat with JC Lopez. So, and this is a nice when you meet friends again, you talk and just normal stuff, and it'd be interesting to see your show, because you know so many people, and that's what it's about, And what I've noticed, a lot of people like to share their ideas, their lives. They want to, and it's a memory.
That's good to know.
Because what we're doing, like right now, you and I, after and Tim updates it to YouTube, it's there forever. It's in the cloud. Yeah. So people, you can watch it and see. And I don't know if you've gone to the chat with JC Lopez. There's so many there. And,
I looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, what I liked was seeing and had Edward Lujan and Ambassador Romero, the Democrat and the Republican, the old guy. They were like, it was pretty interesting how they're very still good friends. Different philosophies, politically.
Yeah.
But they're still good friends.
That's good.
That's what nice.
You can agree to disagree.
You can agree to disagree, like we always do. A bunch of my friends. But to let you know, I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy camper. Being a businessman, I'm a happy camper.
So, there you go.
Yeah. So with that said, I'm not sure anything is on your mind, and you don't think you want to share because as we're talking, because it's
no, not really. Again, I just like to say how I think how Gene Pino has really been really positive in the way that he's, I guess dealing with what he's dealing with ALS.
Yes. Yeah.
His mind is still sharp. He can
Yeah.
remember stuff. If I can't remember something, I'll text him and he'll tell me, "Oh yeah, it was this person or that person."
Yeah.
And he still has ideas. He puts things out to me about different things.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to last as long as he's lasted,
I know it's a blessing. It's a blessing. 'Cause I saw him at the Lobo game 2 weeks ago at football, and I was talking to him, and I understood him.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're like, what are you saying, Gene? But I'm like, okay, like he was clear. I'm like, wow. I go, this is like, it's good. It was a good thing. I go, wow.
That's good to hear.
Usually I have to say, what did he say? No, it was good. He's so he inspires a lot of people.
Well, he does. He's done so well, and I just so I'm glad he's still around.
One person that I was sad when I read that she had passed away was Robertson's buddy's wife.
Yeah.
She's such a good lady. And it was,
Just recently too, who passed. Yeah, she was a good lady. I totally agree with you. She's such a nice person. So nice all the time. Hey, Coach, how you doing? How's everything going? Always that way. Bobby Gibbs passed away.
Bobby Gibbs, I read that.
Oh, he was so instrumental in a lot of things. He treated the coaches well. Always cared about them. Run a great, just like the guy that's doing it right now, Buster, ran a great New Mexico. What is it?
Mabry.
Yeah, Buster Mabry. They ran a great organization for the coaches, New Mexico High School Coach Association. But it's sad that he passed away. I read another
one where Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
He was at West Mesa when I was at West Mesa. Way back in the day.
Well, he was at Cibola, too.
That's where he went. See, all you guys were at West Mesa. When Cibola and West Mesa split, y'all went toward that. I never realized that connection right there.
Everybody went that way. Yeah, everybody left and went somewhere else.
Because I graduated. I graduated in '72, so I was gone. But Coach is still there. The only and Juarez was still there. But I guess 2 years later, when Cibola opened up, they all went. So
Jim Campanella. I don't know if you remember that name.
He was baseball. West Mesa. So who was the football coach after Juarez left at West Mesa? Would you know that? Do you remember that or not?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to. I was gone, but
was it Richard Dow? I know Richard was the coach.
Richard Dow was. I know he was there as a player when he was older. Yeah. Maybe was he that young when he got that job?
I don't know.
He was there later on. I'm
not sure. So I'm not really sure who got it after. After Juarez left.
And I coached for a while. I used to see him at the Lobo games too. And I took a good picture with him about a month before he died.
Who's that?
Coach Juarez.
Oh,
it was.
No, he's still alive, I think. Really?
We lost him. Yeah, we lost him about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought he was still alive.
Coach, So I have the picture. Because he was my high school coach and PE coach. I didn't play football for West Mesa. I was too thin. I thought I was too thin. Everybody tells me I could have played, but I didn't do it. Anyway, so he was my PE coach. Yeah. So he was good. I mean, I was all around at PE. I was a PE All-American, but I wasn't.
We all were.
So it was fun. It was fun times back in the day. Yeah, but I liked him a lot. He was a good mentor for me too. Growing up.
He's a really good.
I see the Coach Inoni. I used to see them as an adult. Later on in life when I started my business.
Coach Inoni was so good to me, man, and his wife.
Yeah.
She was Cecilia.
Yep.
Cecilia. Yeah. See, I saw her about, I would say maybe a couple of months ago. I was having dinner at Sandia Casino, but the sports.
Right,
sports bar.
Yeah,
sports bar. Yeah. And she walked up, but she had a mask on, and she sat down right next to us. And then I recognized her son. Her son was with her. No.
Paul?
No, it was her grandson.
Oh, yeah.
It was maybe I don't know. Yeah. He played at the boy that was there played at. No, he's not a boy. The man that was there when he was a boy played at Albuquerque High.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't
remember. I was coaching his son. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but anyway, so I walked up and talked to. She recognized me right away. She recognized my wife. So we had a nice conversation. It was good to see her.
Yeah, you guys got a good fraternity of coaches out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's too bad that we're all getting old.
You're not losing your hair, but I am.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. Yeah. I get this from my grandpa's from my mom's side. My grandpa is Teo Lopez. Yeah. So,
there you go.
Yeah. So I got pictures of him when he had white hair. My grandpa did. Back in the day. I go, wow. So yeah. So, well, Senor, I could thank you again.
Well, I'm
sure we can do it again. Hopefully, you get set up with Tim over here, and you can start do your little show. And I'd be more than happy to come and help you as much as you can. And but you're a natural. You're a natural, bro. So you'll do good.
I appreciate it. Thanks. I hope so.
Nice.
I hope so.
Yeah. We're here at the Hydro Bar, so hopefully these guests that you come, you never know. They might
good water.
They might love this water.
Yeah, come and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, anything else on your mind?
Nope. I'm good.
Frank.
I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
it.
So it's good. It's good to know you. You're good. I consider yourself a friend. So it's always good when we see each other. It's always all good. So thank you everyone for joining JC Lopez, the chat with JC Lopez with Frank Castillo. Have a great, wonderful life. The year is going to be a great year, 2025. I'm looking forward to it. And stay healthy. Peace out.
Stay warm.
Stay warm.